Donald Trump gave a disastrous speech in Asheville, North Carolina on Wednesday. He spoke at a very small venue there at the Thomas Wolfe Auditorium, which only holds 2,431 people. The speech was supposed to be about the economy, but instead Donald Trump kept talking about how Vice President Kamala Harris was on the front cover of Time magazine and how he didn't like that. Play the clip.
And then they decided to get politically correct. We have to put her in. They put her in. And now they're putting her on the covers of Time magazine with an artist sketch. They don't use a picture. They don't use a picture. They use an artist sketch. I want to use that artist. I want to find that artist. I like him very much.
Next, Donald Trump then compared Vice President Kamala Harris to a Broadway play critic. Play the clip.
Why hasn't she done it? You know, I keep saying, she's one of these complainers, you know, like a critic. I remember growing up, I'd see plays on Broadway and I'd go to different things and you'd always have critics, they criticize, but I'd see and they were critical, but they never did it themselves, you know. She's a critic, that's all she is. She never did anything. Nothing that she ever did worked.
Next, Donald Trump attacks Vice President Kamala Harris for her laugh and then continued just to call her a crazy person over and over again. Play the clip.
Nearly 4 years, Kamala has crackled as the American economy has burned. What happened to her laugh? I haven't heard that laugh in about a week. That's why they keep her off the stage. That's why she's disappeared. That's the laugh of a crazy person. I will tell you, if you haven't known it, it's a crazy. She's crazy. They told her, don't laugh. Don't laugh. No, it's her. No, her laugh is career threatening. They said, don't laugh. She hasn't laughed. She doesn't laugh anymore. It's smart, but someday it's going to come out. That's the laugh of a person with some big problems. She says her plan is going to be.
Now, this speech was, I think, supposed to be about the economy, although Donald Trump barely ever even mentioned the word economy. When he tried to bring up the economy, he said this word salad. Play this clip.
Now, this is a little bit different day because this isn't around. We're talking about a thing called the economy. They wanted to do a speech on the economy. A lot of people are very devastated by what's happened with inflation and all of the other things. So we're doing this as a intellectual speech. You're all intellectuals today. Today we're doing it, and we're doing it right now, and it's very important. They say,
right, it's just a bunch of incoherent stream of consciousness right there. Then Donald Trump says, Vice President Kamala Harris, you're fired. Play this clip.
Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here. Go. Get out of here. Right? Get her out. Boom.
What are we even talking about here? Then Donald Trump said, look, I was grilled by Elon Musk for 2 hours earlier in the week. Play the clip.
Great chat for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours being grilled by Elon. And we had a good time, actually. We're talking about something we love, our country. Much easier when you...
No, Donald, you were not grilled at all. I wouldn't even call that an interview with Elon Musk. You sounded like Donald Duck during the interview, and you just, again, kept on talking about how Vice President Kamala Harris was on the cover of Time magazine, and you said she looked like Melania. This is what happened during that interview with Elon Musk, just so y'all remember. Play the clip.
And actually, She looked very much like our great First Lady, Melania. She didn't look like Camilla. That's right. But of course, she's a beautiful woman. So we'll leave it at that, right?
Right. Back to Donald Trump's disastrous speech in Asheville, North Carolina. Then Donald Trump lies and says that he gave Vice President Harris and President Biden an economic miracle, which he did not. Play the clip.
Never been a country that had an economy like us. I gave Harris and Biden an economic miracle, and they quickly turned it into an economic nightmare, with a nation-wrecking agenda ripped straight out of Kamala's San Francisco liberal playbook, what they've done.
Actually, Donald, the stock market now is up about 50% from when you were disgracing the office. The economy is up now. You created a disastrous economy with the way you mishandled COVID. There wasn't food on the shelves. There wasn't toilet paper. There was a massive recession. The most jobless The highest jobless rate almost, in American history. Other than Herbert Hoover, you're the only president, I like to call Donald Trump Pervert Hoover, who actually lost jobs while in office. Then Donald Trump, I don't even know what he's saying here. He just says something about the net zero, and he says, do you know what net zero is? Here, play this clip.
Under Kamala's extreme high-cost energy policy known as net zero, you know what net zero, they have no idea what it means, by the way. It's net zero. What does that mean? Nobody knows. Ask her what it means. We're going to go to a net zero policy. What does that mean? I have no idea.
Then Donald Trump tries to take credit for the stock market going up today. Play the clip.
Many people say that the only reason the stock market is up is because people think I am going to win. Did you ever hear that? But there was one day, a couple of weeks ago, when they weren't thinking that, and you saw what happened. This will be a 1929 style crash. I have one of...
You hear him right there. He's like, when the stock market is up, it's because people think I'm going to win. When the stock market is down, they think it's because I'm going to lose. For Donald Trump, the entire economy revolves around his malignant narcissism. And again, it just shows you how dangerous he is. Then Donald Trump talks about windmills again, and he invents this story in his mind. Here, play this clip.
You think that's going to lift your prices a little bit? Think of that. They're going to take away 84%. And the real stuff, that's the stuff that powers the plants. It's not wind that goes around and around. And darling, let's watch the president's State of the Union speech tonight. I'm sorry, we won't be able to do it. The wind isn't blowing, darling. We have no electricity.
Donald Trump then tries to attack Governor Tim Walz, who's clearly in his head. Play this clip.
The way she wants it. I mean, the clown that she picked as a vice president, this guy's a clown. He was so bad. When Minneapolis was burning down, he didn't want to call in the National Guard. I got him on the phone. You got to get the National Guard. Get it. I'm telling you, if I didn't force it upon him, you might not have the city. Remember seeing...
Donald Trump then brags that Putin, President Xi, and Kim Jong-un respected the United States when Trump was in power. Yes, authoritarian dictators, losers, respected the United States, and our allies did not. For Donald Trump, that is a good thing. Play the clip.
And we're disrespected all over the world as a country. We were respected before Putin respected us. President Xi of China respected us. Kim Jong-un of North Korea respected us. We were respected by everybody in the world. Today we're being laughed at.
Now here is Donald Trump's very inspiring message that America is a third world nation. Play the clip.
Personally, we have a lot of important subjects because our country has become a third world nation. We literally are a third world nation. We're a banana republic in so many ways, and we're not going to let that happen.
As Jay Black says, just keep in mind as you watch the clips of Donald Trump doing a bad stand-up routine about wind power and other topics, that today's speech was supposed to be Trump's sober, academic speech about the economy. Donald Trump then says, you need consistency and you need brilliance. Here, play this clip.
With me, you will always have a president who tells it like it is. You will always have somebody where I let you know where I stand, and you can vote for me or not, but you need that, and you need consistency, and you need brilliance. You need brilliance. She is not a brilliant person. She is not a smart person. She is not very smart.
Donald Trump then wants credit for the way he handled COVID. Play this clip.
So we never really got the credit we deserved for that with the ventilators and all of the different things that we did, the outfits, a lot of things.
Then Donald Trump, someone who's been found liable himself, he's been found liable for sexual assault, continues to repeat over and over again, saying rapists and murderers, Just listen to him try to fearmonger the audience here. Play this clip. And it's incoherent. He says something about the media, rape, and something else. He tried to even make sense of what he's saying. Here, play this clip.
People stabbed a woman yesterday, raped in New York, raped viciously. And when they said she was raped, you know what she said? They weren't trying to rape me. They were trying to kill me. They were trying to kill her. And he was a gentleman from a certain country I won't mention, happened to be in South America, but it's not South America. It's all over the world that they're coming in. It's not South America. They're coming from all over the world. Just this week in Coney Island, Kamala had two, think of this one, migrants. They came in, we call them the Kamala migrants, and they were arrested for rape of a 46-year-old woman. And it was a rough situation. There were 4 or 5 other situations over the last couple of days. Rape and murder, rape and beating, rape and something else, and sometimes just immediate killing. These people are brutal. These are people that came out of the toughest jails anywhere in the world, from all over the world. And we can't take them. No country can sustain it. No country.
Now, Donald Trump always coordinates this stuff with Fox. So the Fox chyron was Trump. I call them Kamala migrants. That's their winning message. I call them Kamala migrants. Donald Trump then lies and says that migrants have completely taken over San Diego and they're now in control of the San Diego hospitals. Here, play this clip.
San Diego, they said they can't get into a hospital anymore. The hospitals are being occupied by the illegal aliens. Somebody's got to take care. They're being occupied. And the reason they're coming is because people like Gavin Newsom and people like Kamala are saying, come, come, it's the American dream, come. They're destroying our country. We can't.
It's just lie after lie for Donald Trump. Then Donald Trump again talks about this. He's, created this fan fiction about President Biden, and he tries to talk about how President Biden feels and that President Biden's the victim of a coup. Listen to what Trump says here. Play this clip.
To have a candidate, we spent probably $100 million on beating him. Then we had a very good debate, and we beat him. And they said, well, instead of letting it go, who knows what happens, right? It's the world of politics. They say, we want him out. Joe, you're getting out now, Joe. Well, I don't want to get out. I have 14. You're getting out now, Joe. We can do it the nice way or we can do it the hard way. And he's getting out. He's getting out. In fact, they're not even giving him a good spot to speak. When he's speaking on Monday, Monday's that's the worst day. But that's what they do. And it's their own form of, it's just another, I guess relatively, it's a minor form of cheating by comparison to what they really do, right? Everything Kamala Harris touches turns bad. It all turns bad.
I like how Bill Kristol analyzed this. Bill Kristol goes, maybe psychologists can explain the degree of Trump's strange identification with or codependency on Biden. In fighting Biden, Trump seems to have come to identify with him so that he now takes Biden's failures as somehow a premonition of his own failure. Interesting and weird. I mean, it's a very strange pathology right there. Then Donald Trump talks about a woman in the audience and says, you look healthy, you look nice. Here, play the clip.
Your quality of life is going to collapse under these lunatics. By contrast, she said it already has. Who said that, ma'am? Wow. You look healthy, though. You look very nice. You look very nice. By contrast, I'm announcing today that under my leadership, the United States will commit to the ambitious goal of slashing energy and electricity prices by half, at least half.
And then Donald Trump leaves the audience with a message that if he were to be elected, he would immediately start the largest mass deportation operation at noon on Inauguration Day. He'd have police officers knocking on doors, and if someone looked different, sending them somewhere, I suppose. Play the clip.
If Kamala wins, you will have mass amnesty and citizenship for all of the Biden-Harris illegals that poured into our country. If I win, you will have the largest deportation operation in American history, starting at noon on Inauguration Day, 2025. And I don't say that happily because it's not an easy situation.
And here Donald Trump suggests that teachers and military service members don't have real jobs because they're not in the private sector. Play the clip.
I don't think so. Damn possible. but they've never held a private sector job in their entire professional careers. And
well, that was Donald Trump's speech in Asheville, North Carolina. A total disaster. Odd, weird, dangerous. You tell me what you think in the comments below. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. It's free to subscribe to this channel, so hit subscribe now.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.